Hello. Oh, sorry. All right. It looks like I am live, so let me head over to YouTube so that I can watch things the way that you guys will be seeing them. I just need to refresh. You all know how that goes. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Okie dokie. Come on, computer. It's been a little bit wonky all day, so it'll just take a minute to get there. All right, now we gotta get it to load into the actual live. All the steps. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Friday evening, that you had a good week, that was productive, or whatever you needed it to be for you. Whatever you needed it to be for you. Okay. Hey Janice, how's it going? Let me put that down because I know it creates glare. Okay. Let's do live chat because I always forget lately. Okay, so I did a little bit of work today before the live. I got the paper tape onto the spines of the smaller ones. I'm still not sure what I'm doing on this one. I just know I'm making it into a journal. So there is that, So that one I'm not sure, but this one we are doing the fabric, the little scraps I showed. So there's we're working on that. So I got them prepped, and then I went ahead and I did put the backing on this for the book cloth. I'm doing all right. I don't know what that means, Kristen. Are you sure you're saying that in the right stream? I'm not going to do stuff like that, Kristen. I don't. That's unusual to me. If you, I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm not going to play those kind of games. I'm sorry. We're not going to bring drama into this stream. I don't need it. Nobody else needs it. You probably don't need it. And I'm not trying to be unkind. I'm really not. So I went ahead and I made this piece that I showed you yesterday into the book cloth, and I went ahead and I put it on because I wanted to be able to maybe work on the inside, decide on what we're going to put on the inside. I know I'm going to put a strip of muslin here to reinforce the spine on the inside. We do have the that same paper tape under this, so it's reinforced that way. But I showed you the cracking yesterday, so I just want to make sure that it's got a little bit extra reinforcement maybe, and I think fabric is the way to go. I think probably on the inside we're going to go paper, because I tried out several different kinds of fabric, and I even just looked at maybe putting a whole piece of muslin over this, and I didn't like it as much. It was too much brown. So I thought on the inside we might look through a couple of paper pads, and I did. Even though I didn't get the sides exactly even, I did get nice corners this time. I was very proud of myself. So I have to decide, do I want it to go this way? Because either way, one side is going to be upside down. It's just the way the fabric goes. But I'm kind of leaning towards having the heavier portion at the bottom, this darker at the bottom and the lighter at the top. But I haven't 100% decided yet. So I think this might be the front and that will be the back. Thanks, Janice. And I've got some paper set off over to the side. Now what do I do with those covers? Oh, I set them up here. Okay, so I've marked where the triangle piece that I want to put on here goes, so that I kind of have an idea of what we're doing. So I just wrote in a line front and back where that's going to go over, because that's how I want the spine to be. I think it's just a nice effect, even if we cover up some of the mosaic design we put on here. So I couldn't decide, or I would have already cut them down, what size, what length I wanted these to be, for the little bit of, the kind of the idea we're going to get. And I'm not going to leave the strips this long, but we want to alternate them. And so I was thinking maybe, these are 1.5 inch wide. So I was thinking maybe making them 2.5 inches. We can do a kind of a measurement on the back here. So this is, I need to be able to see the numbers. So 2.5 would be right here. So let's mark that on the back and see what that looks like. So those pieces would be, so basically I think we can make this easy. I think that's just about in half. Yeah, it's not quite in half, but I think if we just cut them in half, it's close enough and we could work with that. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to fold them over and cut them in half. How about that? I was going to use pinking shears, but I decided just to leave the edge on this piece and go with just square ones on the smaller pieces. So let's get those cut in half. Now I didn't do all the pieces, so I'm hoping I've cut enough. Otherwise I may have to make a little bit more into book cloth while we're in the middle of the string. Leslie's working and lurking. All right, great to hear from you. Hope you had a mighty fine week out there in the world, and that whatever you're working on is something you enjoy. That's what I'm talking about. So let's get these all cut in half. And now that they've got the tissue on the back, they'll be much easier to glue down. It's been kind of a quiet day here. Els went out by herself earlier and brought back Chinese food. So I had some kung pao chicken for lunch, which was quite yummy. They were making it just the right amount of spicy, I gotta tell you. So that has been nice. Today I took my first bite of the chicken, like I plucked a piece of chicken out of the thing in the kitchen. And I was like, yep, it's spicy already. Any of you guys have a regular Friday meal, or what do you do at the end of a long week? Do you just kind of a getcha thing, or? We used to always do pizza on Friday when I was a kid. Well, not always. Probably twice a month we did pizza. And then I think that was a taco night for us too. If we weren't getting pizza, I think we had tacos. Both my parents worked when I was growing up. And at the end of the week, they always wanted easy meals. Hey, Christine. Oh, Janice, are you still on a soft diet? I'm sorry, and I'm over here talking about Chinese food again. I feel terrible. I'm sorry. How was your night, Christine? Did you have a good week? Oops. So we're going to be working on a book cover here in a minute. I'm just cutting the pieces that we're going to kind of make a little mosaic pattern out of from the book cloth I made earlier. I had cut them in the strips, but I hadn't decided on I was going to do like one by one, and I thought, oh, that's going to take forever and be annoying. And it is a small book, but I kind of favor a slightly larger piece than that in general. You know? I always get that little twink up at the end there. I don't want those ends to have just the one piece that we are using as the triangle on the spine. So I was up kind of late / early, and then I think what I did was I went to sleep, but I think I took what qualifies as a nap. I've been a little grumpy since yesterday, so I've been trying to keep into myself. You're going to go to the doctor on Monday? Oh, I'm so sorry you're sick. I had that COVID, and I just feel exhausted all the time still, even though I don't really feel sick in any other way. Of course, it doesn't help that I did have that, it was 31 or 32 days long. I was not happy about that. That did not, because it takes, I'm already tired. It takes a couple of weeks to recuperate from that. And by then, it's coming around. I'm glad you're going to the doctor, though. Do you think you might have COVID, or do you think you just got some general crud? 97. Has it been that long since we had COVID? Or is that how long you think my period went on for? It was 31 or 32 days. Longer than it should go on. How about that? I'm hoping these are like the last throws of my uterus. Like, oh yeah, you're getting old. Well, watch this. And then one day it's going to try and do that, and nothing's going to happen. And I will be happy on that day, even if I get hot flashes and stuff. Ear and sinus, and that can cause toothaches and all kinds of other things going on. I'm so sorry to hear that. We will keep you in our thoughts and send positive healing energy your way. But yeah, I can feel myself being cranky. So today I was like, I think I better just stay in my room and do room stuff. So I was working on this stuff, and I entered some emails, and I packed I got one little Etsy order, and I was excited about it, so I went ahead and packed that up. And it went out in the mail today, so yay! I'm trying not to procrastinate that kind of stuff. I'm already behind enough on enough things. I don't need to get behind anywhere else. Now is the time to catch up. Okay, so we've got our little pile of goodies. Let's push those off to the side. And we do have our this is going to be our spine piece, and it's going to be the little triangle shape. I'm feeling that. So I know this is silly, but we're going to layer the whole thing with the scraps and then put the spine over it, and that's how it's going to go. Otherwise, it'll have kind of a lumpy effect if we just go, if we just try to go up to the edges of this. It's going to be kind of weird and bumpy, So I thought, just do the whole thing maybe if there's enough pieces. I did write in this is the wrong one. Don't choose the wrong one, stupid. So we can theoretically just go to where the lines are. I don't know. Let's see how it works. Like if we've got enough pieces to do the front and back, or if we need to chintz a little bit. So I think I want to start out with a blue. I I've done this with paper in the past, but I've never done it with fabric, you know. So let's see how this works. Got to get enough variation, right? Oh, that's still got a little bit of. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Oh, now it doesn't want to. We'll just put a little clamp on this little corner for right now. All right, now I forgot what I was doing. So we had one of these. We're starting with this one. And then we went with this one. Just kind of roughing it in right now. Seeing what we like and what we don't like. And we can cut some pieces smaller if we need to, you know. This is just kind of go, you know, catch as you can. I may just have to start gluing them down. This may drive me bananas. Bananas, I say. Okay, what other patterns? So we have, I think we have, because I can't use the spine piece. That's just not going to work. And I didn't do some of the pieces. Like I didn't. So I may have to make these up real quick to get enough variation. I didn't think about that. But let's see what we can do. Okay, let's do this one over here. Oops. Okay. So yeah, like we're gonna have to cut smaller pieces, I think. Okay, so let's do that. Let's glue that down. Resting and watching, nice. All right, so, well, maybe not gluing down. And then, let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to make at least one of these into it because I think we just don't have quite enough variation. So if you guys will bear with me for a minute, I'll whip up some book cloth here. Woo! Okay, so I had some scraps. That's just tissue paper, but I thought I had a couple scraps of the. I don't know if I need it. Nope, those are not going to be long enough, I don't think. Wide enough. Okay. Talk amongst yourself for a moment. This doesn't take that long to do. The longest part is actually heating the iron up. Okay. Where's my Rolo? There it is. There it is. forth. I will check in on the chat in just a minute. Okay. I need my glasses on to do this. Let's just trim you up. You're a little bit crooked. Can't be having on the back. A little bit more crooked than I have room to allow for. Seems like lately everybody's having their fair share of health issues. Seems to just be going around. Not the same thing, but seems to be kind of the year of needing to go to the doctor, which I think we're all kind of frustrated with because it's been a weird couple of years, hasn't it? All right. We are waiting for the grandkids to get here. I'm sure it will be any time now. It is about that after school, after work time of day here in lovely Lost Wages. I think Mike said just the boys are coming. Maybe Miss Shaylee is staying with a friend or something. Hopefully they don't have any cooties. School is like cootie central. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just cutting off the excess tissue paper to make this a little bit easier for me to work with. If you guys are doing the 12 of 22, have you picked your theme out yet? I'm not sure what I would call this theme. Maybe sort of nature-ish? Come on. I'm not going to worry about that side. We're probably not even going to get up there. Okay. So now we have to do the peel away. Also, that makes it easier to peel away. Haha. Woohoo! I'll step on that later and scare myself. I know I will. All right, so let's put some pieces on here. We were talking about themes last night. We were like the whole conversation about it. It was exciting. Let's see. We want one of these. What else would we like? We might as well fill up the doohickey if we've got, We're doing it anyway. We might as well go all the way. If I don't use them on this project, they'll get used elsewhere. And fabric is sometimes easier to use when it's got that tissue paper backing. It's certainly less floppy, I'll say that. Less floppy is always good, in my humble opinion. Okay. I cannot. Between these two, there's obviously two of each piece, but between the two, I like this one better than this one. So I'm gonna do two of these and only one of that heart one. So give me just a second here. I can hear Elle's vacuuming out in the other room. She's been working hard. Oops. Okay. Just cutting off a little bit of the extra here. A little carried away with myself. Okay. I'll just pull it this way a little bit more. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll be back over there in a second. Okay. Let's iron these puppies down. I will say the individual squares are a little bit harder to turn than book cloth. In my opinion. But not so hard that it's, bothersome. Okay. I just need to make sure they're all the way ironed down because earlier I had one that had a big old air pocket in it. And that was no fun. All right. Gotta turn that iron back off so I don't accidentally get bit by it. Okay. You're just making ephemera at the moment. We kind of picked up where we were talking about, like, if you had to make a collage or a book out of your, like, favorite movie or TV show, what would you do? And then we were like, or you could do a color themed journal, like all one color. You could do, you could pull up your playlist and look at your, top 5 most played songs and see if that inspires you. What else did we say? Elle suggested you could pull up your, like, YouTube playlist of either the next 5 suggested videos they have for you or the last 5 videos you watched and see if that, gives you, because you don't have to repeat what somebody else does, but you might look at something and go, oh, wait a minute, I could do blah, 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 But Elle's had quite a few good ideas, and I think I had a couple, and when you know. So we're just going to trim these down a little bit. They're a little wonky. That's okay, because that's life. Hello, Terry Pinky Chavez. How you doing? Oh, yeah, Broadway musical or play. And you could get as specific or be as general as you like. Maybe you like musicals, so you want to do something that has kind of that big band feel, or that like a 1950s White Christmas kind of thing. You know, whatever is your jam. Wow, I really made that crooked. Okay, we're just going to live with that. Or we could do it this way and start over. Okay. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Now that I'm on camera, this is sure to be embarrassing. Mine would be Limp Bizkit and Arkansas Car Chases. Well, maybe you could go like a Prohibition kind of thing, or I don't know. I don't know. You like blah 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 blah. Well, it's so easy to work with that theme. You know, it's very broad. You can hardly make a mistake. You know, almost anything goes. Just saying. Els was talking about color themed journals this morning, and I was thinking, great minds, because I've seen one of the bigger YouTubers is doing like a book where she's doing a page of a color. Is it who is it? So she has kind of a color book, you know, where she's doing throughout the year pages based on color theme. And I was like, I think I would like, because I've seen it done in individual collages, but also whole books that are color themed. And I thought somewhere down the line, I would like to maybe do that as, you know, probably as a glue book thing, not as like a junk journal. Yes, I am making a, let me pull up the base of this. Hold on. So I have totally, so where'd the other one go? I'm losing my, oh, it's way over there. It's a little bit shorter than this one, which is an upcycled magazine cover. It's one of the thicker ones. And then I'm going to take these, I made book cloth out of some fabric squares, and I'm going to do a little mosaic on here out of those. I've done it with paper before, not with fabric. And then I've kept this piece, this particular piece that I really like. And I'm going to put this over for the spine piece. I love something different than I usually do. This month's theme was personal choice. And I'm actually making two. That's why there are two covers. So this one's going to be, I guess, kind of nature themed. I picked out some green and yellow and blue and some light purple pages, I think, to go with this. And then I'm not sure what this one's going to be yet, but I've been making two for each one and then submitting one, obviously, for the challenge. She's, oh, okay, I've never heard of that. Froil art in New Zealand, huh? Have to look that up. But yeah, so I'm doing the cover of this. And then time allowing, we will we will put the signature together. Okay, so let's even up the edge. This edge is flatter, I guess. But I didn't cut quite enough squares. And so I had to real quick. Oops, upside down, silly. Don't mark on the front of your fabric. So I'm just straightening up the edge here. Because you know me. Nothing's ever straight to start with. Oh, thank you, Els. Look at Els doing Maudie stuff. And she even messaged it to me. I feel special. And after I was so cranky today, she gave me Chinese food and she's doing Maudie stuff. I wear the panties with pride. Okay, so we need to cut these into 1.5 inch strips. We'll cut it down into 1.5 by 2. I don't know. We cut them in half is what we did actually. So 1.5. This is the boring part. I'm sorry. I thought I was being real clever and getting ahead. Yeah.
I have to be honest. At one point, I had you muted, and I looked up, and all I saw was you sitting there with the ruler on the fabric, and I was like, "You can't rip that in half, Amy."
Is that all you think of me? Wow.
Wow. Because you're always doing it with your magazines.
I know, but
I was like,
I'm trying to make a straight line, man, because you know I can't cut a straight line to save my life.
But I looked up and all I saw was the ruler on it like that, and I was like, "No,
that's not gonna work. Don't try that. You're gonna read it wrong." You can leave it open. I just thought the boys would be here by now.
No, they're gonna be a little late. I think she's gonna be.
Oh, well, that's exciting. Maybe they won't be hangry then. Sometimes on Friday night they're a little hangry at first, and then we chuck some food at them, and they're better. Okay. So, yeah. Not a lot of waste on this, at least, right? I'm using up almost all of the squares. Or the original part was squares. Okay, just a couple more to go, I think. So that we have enough variety to actually work with. Do, 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 do. Just like baby birds, chirp, 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 chirp. Yep. Feed me, Seymour. Well, kids, they don't have that emotional maturity to go, "Hey, I'm hungry. I might try to murder somebody. I should probably eat something." They just aren't there yet. Heck, sometimes I'm not there. We'll stop and eat something. I'll be like, "I think I was really bitchy." And she'll be, "Yeah, you kind of were." It's bad when both of us are out and we're like, and she looks at me and she's like, "I think I'm hangry." And I'm like, "Me too." That's not a good combo. That's why we have to come home and make some lunch. Oh, thanks. That's actually a little pack of, I don't know if they came that way or if she cut them down. I want to say they came that way because they had the pinking edges. Elle sells, I think she's got one pack left in her shop. It's a very fun fabric pack. She had it out for somebody to send a happy mail, and I was like, "Oh, those are cute." And I remember when she got them in, and I was actually kind of bitchy about it. I was like, those are nice, you know. I don't know about, maybe not quite bitchy, but disinterested. But then I saw them and I was like flipping through them, I'm like, these are kind of cool. And later she came and chucked one at me. I say that grumpy. I must be hungry. Grumpy butt. It's a very nice. It's pastel without being too pastel, you know? Because that's a thing in my world. I'm not a pink hater, but I'm not a total pink lover either. I neither like, you know, too much is not a good thing, but nothing wrong with pink in your life. Okay. And because it's sold as a pack, it coordinates really well, which is good for me. Saves me time. I'm gonna attempt to make this a little bit even. Close enough for government work. All right. I think we'll just start, instead of trimming off that edge, we'll just start over here. It should be okay. What's the worst that happens? It's a little wonky. That's my life story. She'll probably burn it in a bonfire. Oh my gosh. She'd give it to Betty. Betty likes pink. I would not venture to inflict the pink on Popo. She might come into my stream and tell all kinds of dad jokes and stuff. You know she loves her dad jokes. But she'd make barfing noises and put up barfing emojis for sure. When I have it in the sales, I'm like, avert your eyes, avert your eyes. I have made an abomination. I like most colors. I'd say, you know, because when I make the packs, I'm like, I really like how this color turned out. I think only once or twice I've been like, I don't know what happened here, but I can't condone this. But whether I like it or not, there's somebody out there, always somebody out there that loves the whatever it is. Different strokes for different folks, right? I have to say this heart one is my least favorite. That's why I only did one of them. But if we need it, we need it. Right? Yeah, some of her jokes are very funny. But when she starts telling a story, I'm like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. You know, is this a real story or is this a dad joke? You know, I always feel a little bit like we're being led. But the two of them are so funny together. Oops. The comedy stylings of the Rusty Peacock and Hottie Popo. Keep it as a straight line. At least as straight as I can get it, right? Why you always got to show me notifications in the middle of my life and cover up the chat box? It's just rude. I'm trying to read comments and bing. Oh, stop it. I feel like it should intuit that I am not available for notifications. Since Google seems to know everything else and likes to use my camera. We talked about fish filters one time, and all of a sudden, or fish tanks, one or the other, and all of a sudden Google started showing Elle's fish tank stuff. You're telling me that's not listening? Yeah, she does. She really does. All right, this is the last one. We've got to cut into strips, and then we'll cut them in half, and we'll be moving again. Moving, I say. Oh, this is... Okay. That's a little bit over the line. Yeah. I'll come in to do a live, to set up a live, and I'll get to the part where you're going to set it up, and it'll tell me, you can't do this. Your camera's already in use. And one time I went, Google, get off my camera. And the camera came up almost immediately. I'm like, Jesus. Now I'm scared of Google. You really feel like they're turning into our evil overlords. I mean, poor Kathy Bird can't get her Alexa to listen to her. I know that's not a Google product, but you know what I'm saying. All those things that are listening to you in your house, they decide they don't want to do stuff for you. Maybe I'm just a little paranoid, but I don't think I could buy an Alexa or anything like that, an Echo, or because I feel like they would listen to everything in the house passively. And it's not like I have anything to hide. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't like it. All right. Here we are to the cutting them in half stage. Let's do this again. I didn't do the one that was kind of my least favorite. And I really should have. Alice came in and she said, "Ooh, I like that one." I'm like, that one's my least favorite in the batch. But they all coordinate together. That's what's fun. It's a new thinking thing. But I noticed that a lot of crafters have them. So I must be the only paranoid one. And I'm probably the least interesting, not inclined to, in particular, to get in trouble or anything like that. I'm very much a homebody. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I like this yellow and this kind of green and teal together. It's got a little bit of purple in it. There's a little bit of purple in there. Lavender, sort of. Got the little swoop on there. I'm not very chatty tonight. I'm sorry, ladies. Let's see. What's something good to talk about? Too bad Miss Carla's not in here. She's usually good for throwing out a topic. She's kind of good at that chit-chat thing, you know. Did you guys watch any interesting streams today? I've been doing a little catch-up myself. They come in faster than I can watch them some days. Plus, you know, I'm always looking at stuff like, what happens if I type in this? What kind of search? Down the rabbit hole we go. Six hours and 87 open windows later, you forget what you even started, you know. What was I even looking for in the first place? How did I get to alien conspiracy theories from looking up a recipe? Oh, that's okay, Janice. You got to give the hubster time. You know, you start out looking at a recipe for pinto beans at the end of 6 hours. You're like, I think there are aliens in Roswell. And you never did find the recipe for, you know, refried beans. Dang it, now I got to start over. Oops. Ooh, I messed that one up. That one's a little wonky. Got a little snippy with the scissors right there. I'm trying to have a little more scissors confidence. Maybe if I fake it, eventually I'll cut a straight line. Right? A girl can dream. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Now we've got more choices, so let's get the cover back over here. Oops, we missed two. Okay. Well, maybe we won't need them. We'll put them over here, and if we need them, we'll cut them in half. How about them apples? Okay. All right, I think we're going to just start gluing down pieces and see what happens. Pinto beans, pinto ponies, Mexican history, desert living, scorpions. Scorpion, easy enough, right? Next thing you know, it's the Illuminati. We're like, I didn't even even want to know how pine tar is made, you know. But now I know way too much. Do, 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 do. We're going to wind up gluing myself to something. Okay, so we wanted to start with this one going this way. And we want to get it as close to the top as we can. Okay. I think that's the next one, or do I want the yellow out here? I think I want the green. And we're not going to like bend any of these over the spine because you might need that fire to catapult over the wall. Ooh, I had a bag of original nacho flavored Doritos earlier. I have been craving some Doritos the last couple weeks. And I thought, well, if I eat a snack size bag, then maybe, you know, that will take care of the craving. And I won't get a whole big bag and eat that. Food cravings, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, what do we need next? What are our choices? Got this one. I feel like I'm missing one. Do 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 do. Whoa. Okay. Stripies. We're missing. Nope, we got stripies down here. Okay. So, what do we want to put right here? Maybe this one? I think this one looks better going this way. So, oh, that's directional too. Okay, how about these? They're not really directional, but I kind of like them going this way because they're flying in all different directions. I can't remember what they called the pitch and pine tar stuff. They lit and yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Would that'd be horrible. There's a way I don't want to die. Top of my list, though, definitely don't want to be eaten by aliens. Or not aliens, but zombies. I think being chewed to death would not be very much fun. That does not strike me as fun at all. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I guess if it all goes to hell in a handbasket, we might want to know that. You're right. You're right. You got a point. You got a point. Okay. So we're going to put that right there. Doobie, 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 doo. But we only need... So let's line that all up and then let's cut that. Oops. Not that. Are you all lined up? We're going to want to keep those small pieces. We're probably going to need those. Man-eating Christers. Is he still doing shows, or is it an older show? Most things don't start out to eat like people. You know, we just piss them off or invade their territory, or Els watches shark videos all the time, you know, shark attacks. And it is one of the biggest fears out there, you know, getting eaten by a shark. But it's not like there's a shark out there in the ocean going, I'm going to bag a human today, you know. They're just floating around doing shark things, which is mostly eating stuff and swimming. I don't think they're out there like, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I might be wrong again. Okay, so what do we want to put over here? Where is one of those? Maybe this? I think that's too close in color. We just had that over there. What about this one? We haven't used this one yet, have we? Let's put this one here. It does feel sort of directional, but I think it's okay because it's flowers. Okay, so we'll do these like that. All right, we are getting there. So I'm going to apply the glue to the book cover then, so we don't wind up putting too much glue on the fabric piece, on the part that's going over the edge. Yep. I mean, apparently we make delicious fish and trouble noises when we're flailing around in the water. I mean, think about it. Like, we're covered in cloth and or like, you know, whatever, neoprene and stuff. If we're in diving gear, that's probably not real tasty and hard to digest, I would imagine. Just saying. I don't think we'd be their first choice, but if we're in the way, nom nom, right? Right. Okay, we're going to put these hearts over here then. Or maybe we put this one over here. I think I like it there. So what do we want to put here? We haven't used it yet, so maybe we should put it here. Okay. I think especially if we're dressed in, diving gear, because it's all one color. It's smooth and I guess it could have gone all the way down to the bottom of them. Guess that would help. Oops, we went too far. That's okay. That said, I do not want to be bit by a shark. That is not a thing I would enjoy. And I don't think there's anybody out there going, boy, I hope I get bit by a shark today. But I can tell you one thing. If you never go in the ocean, you're probably not going to get attacked by a shark. Just saying. It's a possibility, right? Okay, so what do we need now? We need something going this way. And then we're going to need one of those little pieces. Where did those go? Got two so far, so probably this little one. And I think I want to make sure that little flower stays on there. Too soon for a stripe. Or maybe we push that over there. And then we put that there, and that's better, right? Theoretically. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. And don't get me wrong, I've watched a lot of really bad horror movies about, there was one about like piranhas that could crawl on land, and so it's not like it's not out there. But if you just go on horror movies alone or some of those like shark shows, you think they were like out there swimming along the coast going, I'm going to get me a human today. Oh, yeah, I saw some commercials for that. Or a commercial for that. Let's be honest. It was a commercial. And I was like, they're making another one? But apparently they brought back everybody from what I saw that, didn't get eaten in the first couple. What is that, like 5 or 6 now? Okay, so made the little swishy thing. Swishy, swishy. Really? I've seen them all. Not your jam, huh? You kind of like, yeah. I saw the first couple of Sharknadoes. I didn't see all of them. I'm waiting for something like Sharknado versus Predator to come out, I feel like it's inevitable at this point. Okay. We are getting somewhere now. I'm cooking with fire. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? We just use that. Just use that. What about one of these? I don't think we've used this one yet. It's similar to that one, but not exactly the same. Do we just need to trim it down a tiny little smidge on the end? Let's see if we got it. Do 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 do. Although that's a lot of yellow together. Okay, I think we might be ready for another one of these. That might be the way to go. Oops, we got a little edge on there. The ruffle of the edge is still there. Okay. And that one's not quite long enough. Let's see if there's another one that's a little bit longer. Yep, that one's just a smidge longer. I think that'll work there. Yeah. See, I was trying to think if there was anything I saw that I was like, ooh, I need to see that. I generally, at this point, unless I actually see a commercial for it somewhere, and some of the streaming services that I watch do have a little bit of commercials, but I really don't watch any regular TV because it's out in the living room. And it's not always convenient. So I don't see as many, I see obviously YouTube commercials when I watch stuff on YouTube. But the streaming commercials are mostly for other shows on the streaming service, so, or life insurance and stuff like that. It's a little bit crazy. Okay, now over here, and we have not used this one yet. So I think we might use this one here. But I think I want the little, it could go like that. And then we need, and I think we're going to put one of these down here. But we'll see. What else do we need? So we need another butterfly one at some point. Well, that might be a good one to use down here, though. Oh, grandkids must be here. I'm going to close my door. The dogs get barky because they get excited. I like it when the kids are here. They're like, ooh, more puppies. Right? It's going to be a tiny little sliver down here. Or we could. I don't want to have two going the same way, though. I have to think about this for a second. So I'm not the only one. Okay. So maybe we could put one of these over here, though. It's also been a while since we used one of those. So let's find one of those swirly ones with the butterfly. Here we go. Swirly butterfly. Because we definitely haven't used one of those in a while. So I think we're going to do that and run this. Okay. Now we need some darker colors for sure. Stripe. We haven't used a stripe in a while. No, we don't want to put another one of those on there. Okay. I don't want to have two of them on the spine. That would be no bueno. Okay, so this one would need to end right here, so we can put another one going that way. All right, let's glue this one down. Or do we like one of this? Maybe that one, the slightly darker one. Let's go with that one. Okay, so comes all the way down to the bottom there, so we can just put that right on the there we go. Let's see. I think we have it's still cooler at night, but we're actually starting to experience very warm days. So that is the thing that's happening. Let's see. If I look, what was the temperature day? Friday, May the 6th. 98 right now, according to this. Oh, go away. Let's see if that goes. Want to trim that off. There we go. So, what would we like to do next? That piece was going that way. So we need a piece going long ways. Let's see. I think I like the butterflies here. Butterflies. And then we're going to trim that. I think I would prefer to have the full. And then we need one going that way. Okay, so what do we need? Can't have two of those too close together, and we just used that. What haven't we used in a while? Probably those hearts, but they're not. So I may have to do this. We might just simply because butterflies can go in either direction. But the hearts can only go in one direction. Do. Let's see about trimming that down. So right about there. There we go. And maybe should have had that be a little bit longer. Because maybe what we actually want to do is push this over. Not quite wide enough. Check your back seat notices this morning. Yeah, it would be bad to cook your kids in the car. No, I want to go there. I don't want you to refresh. I want to go to the weather and look at it. Okay. I appear to be on the struggle bus. Okay, so if that overlaps just a little bit, then we use one of these. Get a little cap right there. But they're all the same width. So maybe what I want to do is actually just kind of pull that up there. That belongs there. Oh, here we go. Okay. 73 tonight. So it's supposed to drop back down again into the 70s. It's 98, 94, 84, 77, 75, 73. Now, I would be very happy about that. But I have found in the desert, once you hit over 90, after like May the 1st, it typically doesn't go back down into the 80s. I won't say that's true across the board. However, as trends generally go, that is largely true. We don't usually get a spring reprieve, you know. But the weather worldwide is changing, so you never know. You just never know what you're gonna get. Blue fingers, that's what I've got going on. Okay, so we want to be careful about having, because this one's horizontal. And I don't think this one actually matters which way it goes. So maybe if we, no, because that's too similar to that. I am stymied in the corner here. Let's see how much of this is going to be covered. Maybe we can just figure it out from there. Okay, so you're not even going to know that those stripes are there or that piece. So just you're going to see it here. Okay, let's see what we can figure out. We don't want to have too much of that. But over here, we could use some of the stripe because that could go either way. Because you're not going to see the stripe. Okay, so we could put another piece of stripe down here. And that might give us some more options. Or maybe we could actually just move that over from the edge. Use a scrap over here. Okay, let's see if we do that. we just got this weird gap going on. A weird gap, I say. Okay. So let's find a little scrap. What do we do with those little scraps? There's one. I thought there was one more. We can always make a little scrap. I think what I might actually want to do is just make this one a tad wider. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make it just a smidge wider so that we didn't. I'm struggling with this gap, you know? Okay, so if we close that gap, then we may have less problems. Less problems is always good. I'm on the struggle bus. The struggle is real. Okay. This never happened. Right now, we might actually be able to get something to happen. Okay, so that. And there we go. There we go. Okay, but we don't need that to go all the way down past here. So we're just going to cut a little tiny bit of that off. Or did we decide we didn't want to have two of them going in the same direction? Right there. I think that might be it. So, I cut a tiny bit off the end of here. Okay. And that should do it. Let's make it happen. Let's glue it down. Woo! I hope I don't hate this cover at the end. I feel like look at it and go, no, I hate that. It seemed like such a good idea. But then when I look at it, I just want to punch myself in the face. We want glue everywhere. Over here, over there, and just a little bit over the edge here. There we go. I think I have put everybody to sleep. Okay. It's a minor course corrections, but I think we're doing okay. There we go. And we've got an extra little bit for later. All right, check it out. So we still have to do the back, but that's what that's going to look like. Not too bad. Those are probably a little close together, but it's okay. They're facing in sort of different directions, I guess. Not too bad. Okay, so let's undo the back. Let's turn it over and do the back. Oh, we've got a little bit, just a little bit of overlap here. And we don't want any overlap, but we also don't want to cut the spine. That would be silly at this point. Extremely unfortunate. Okay. Now, I just threw something on the floor. It was just a stripy piece of fabric. We'll get it if we need to. Okay, I'm going to kind of keep that folded out just a smidge. Just like we don't want to do that on accident. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Now, what do we need? We didn't use very much of these ones. Okay, so let's do that. Oops. Let's do it. Too soon. Too soon. Not too soon. Okay. Oh, hearts. We only wound up using hearts one time on this side. So, what do we want to do here? A little bit of stripey right there. Okay, I think let's nail down this first row. I kind of like that. Let's do it. Let's just make it happen. This is the part you guys usually don't see, is me on the struggle bus. It's like when I'm looking for a word. Not terribly exciting for you guys, but you know, you want to look at it at the end and go, yeah, I can live with that. Or even, I like it. Right? It's good if you like the things you make. It's always helpful. And we don't want that to. I am going to just a little bit fold this right here because we don't want any actual real overhang. Because we're going to put that other cloth over the spine. So we don't need the extra bulk. All right. Oh, no, I already forgot what I was doing. Shit. I moved all the things. Okay. I think we decided something about hearts. And this one. I'm probably doing something totally different now. What do I know? A tiny piece, we'll put that over there. Where's that stripy fabric? Now this is actually a different design from this, but they're very similar coloration. You don't need excitement. Yeah, that's true. I do, because excitement often means drama, and I definitely don't want any drama. I want drama I can watch TV, you know? Go watch a show. I don't need any actual drama. Okay, so where are we going to want to put this on? So stripes are going to have to be over at the edge, I think, or maybe on this end. Too soon for that. But I think we decided we could put this over here. Okay, so I think that's the way we'll go. Oh, that's okay, Terry. You know, got to do what you got to do. I will tell you, I have a track record with ladies who are home from the work week on Friday night and putting them right to bed. So no worries. I appreciate the view time, and you get what you need to do done. It all works out. Not everybody's chatters either. That we get quite a bit of lurkers, and people who are doing other things, and they just have us on for the noise, or they're not ready to chat yet. Not everybody's ready to. I will tell you, I lurk a lot of places because it's my jam. I like it. Okay, so I keep moving that piece away from there and forgetting what I wanted there. I think it was not that one. Stripey, maybe? Stripey going down this way? It's a lot of that. You know what we need is... what do we need? It's too soon for the lavender, which I think we might want to do. We decided we were going to use this one, right? That's the one we were going to use. Do we have one with more flowers on it, though? Here's one with a nice flower on it. Let's use that one. With a nice flower on it. That'll be good. We actually need to do over here because it's going to extend out a little bit over that edge. And then we will trim it down. How far down do we need to go? Just a little bit further. Okay. Okay. Get that flower on there. Let's make sure it's not. We don't want to trim if we don't have to, so we can get it right up to the edge. That's great. And there goes another piece onto the floor. And there's just a tiniest little bit hanging over the side here. There we go. Done. Okay. Now we need a piece. We decided we were doing something with hearts. Where'd those hearts go? There's the hearts. And we need something with this down here. So I think we're going to do that right there. And then probably one of these blue pieces right here, yeah? Maybe like that. Okay, so we need to trim it a little bit. Okay, there's fabric stuck to it. Ah! Okay. So we might run that over just a little bit. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Do we like that? No, I just used that right there. What was I thinking? Well, we can't go stripey, that's for sure. Cannot go stripey. The hearts only go one way. Whoops. Aw. Yeah, you gotta really take it easy. Just get some good rest and eat a little food so that, food is good for recovery. That's my theory anyway. Okay, so maybe we want, no, that's too soon. Okay. I know for sure, I think I want this piece right here. So let's do that. Let's at least nail that down. And theoretically, it doesn't really matter what we put in there because those pieces right on the edge are never going to be seen. So we can fill those in later. We'll work more this way. We don't need to sweat this because it's going to get covered up, and we know it's going to get covered up. I think I'm comfortable with this little bit of butterflies right in here. But probably just to the point here. So let's turn it around. Yeah, I think I like that better. So we're just going to cut that little bit off down here. And then we're just going to fill this little gap right in here. Yay, fill in the little gap. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, what is our best thing we can do? I think some nice stripes over here would be good. Strap, as I say. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Oop. 7:15, y'all. It's 7:15. Got over glued. Now, do we want the yellow stripe at the top? Or I think I want the green. The yellow at the bottom. There we go. You're having Ancient Aliens withdrawals. Aw. Well, that's no fun. You gotta get your Ancient Aliens on. Okay, so what else do we need? And I've got this upside down. I just totally put those hearts upside down. Oh, not too late to peel them up, though, because the book goes this way. I put a couple things on upside down. Oh, dear. Okay, so we're going to... Well, we'll just say we meant to do that and go with it. It's for me. It's not like... This is for the 12 of 22. And, you know, it's for the joy of making. It's not about stress. I do feel a little silly for having glued that on upside down. But, hey, what you gonna do? It's already done. Done, 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 done. So we did the blue one. We've got the green one. And we got a little butterfly going on there. It's like we need one more pattern somehow, you know? Just one more pattern. I think the trouble is some of these are, the colors are so similar. So I don't want to necessarily, because we have the swirly one, but not this one with the little hearts. So maybe we want to put that right there along the edge. Dun, 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 dun. And then we don't want to use the same thing twice, silly. Adjusted stripes, hearts. So I think we'll go, oh, we need to trim that little extra. We don't want the pinky shear edges on this part of it. There we go. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Oops, we've not trimmed off an edge, I think, yeah. All right. There we go. Okay. Here we go. It's like this. Front to back. Okay. Okay, so I think we thought we were gonna do something. No, I think we thought we were gonna use this one. Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh, he's got one of those great voices that just does it. Instantly relaxes you, and that is nice when that happens, I will tell you. I love a good Morgan Freeman voiceover, you know? That one would have to go like that, and that's awfully soon. But it's also soon for that. But there's just a little bit of butterfly in there. What am I doing? Nope, that would have to go this way. It would have to go this way. Because we're still trying to alternate, even though you're not really going to see it. Oh, that's going to be weird. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to go with it this way. We did that down there. I like this butterfly one. I need something small for down there. Probably use this little scrap right here. Okay, but what does that mean for this spot right here? Yeah, I love his voice. I think almost everybody likes like Sam Waterston's voice. He does have a good voice. Okay. Nope, we got that right there. Okay, now that part's not going to matter quite so much. It's over here we got to work out. Do, 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 do. Okay, just green. I'm hesitant about these together just because they are. Okay, what if we put this over here? So what we're running up against is because this one is. I feel like we need a little filler right here almost, but not that. Where'd that little, nope, we just did that. what if we worked at it like that then? Too close. But hearts. I think, no, because we have the hearts right there. But maybe down here. Maybe we'll let the hearts go sideways like that. Okay. Oops, I think like that. Okay, let's nail this one down and just see what happens. It's hard to sleep watching YouTube. Oh, I know, right? They just yell at you, and they come on at unexpected times in some streams. I was in like a 30-minute stream the other day, like not a stream, a video, and there were like 5 commercials, and they were the short ones. However, I just glued the wrong thing. Shit. I need this one. Nope, that's still not right. Still not right. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. No, because that's right there. Oh, I'm frustrated. I'm gonna go sideways hearts down here. I don't care. Sideways hearts it is. Part of that's probably gonna get covered up anyway. Do. Let's go just straight across like that. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's look at where's that gonna cover? Okay, carry it over here. So yeah, actually that's gonna be fine because look, most of that's covered. Yeah. Okay. So theoretically, the only reason we're putting something here is just because we don't want it to have like dips and valleys. So we could put almost anything there. It doesn't matter even if it matches what's on the other side. So let's just fill that whole area with this long piece. And make that work for us. Yeah, that is true. Some of the softest spoken people, or their cameras just don't pick up quite as, not cameras, but their microphones maybe don't pick up quite as much. So you're like leaned in, plus you've got it turned way the heck up. I have that problem with Never Hopeless by Elizabeth. She's very soft spoken, and sometimes her audio, her microphone doesn't quite pick up everything. So I'll be like leaning way into that. And then at the end, a commercial will come on. I'll be like, whoa. Or you'll just get startled because you'll be working on something, listening to it, you know. You're not expecting that. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right, so at least that space is filled. Now let's see, what else do we need to get going on here? Okay, we need something right there. Let's go got good coverage on the hearts. I think I would like to see a piece of this right there. Okay, and it's okay if it's a little short on. So we're going to need to build a little extra piece in there. So we'll push that down just a smidge. And then we'll just add a stripe in there. Okay. We watched a movie a while back out in the living room. And cable's the same way. Man, do they make that stuff loud. It's like they know you're going to get up to go to the bathroom or get a snack or whatever. And okay, we'll work that from actually that angle. And they want you to be able to hear it wherever you've gone. Hey, Stephanie G. How are you on this fine Friday evening? Okay, so we need a little sliver of something that contrasts with that. I might actually just lay that over there. Let's see how that looks. This is the back of the journal, so butterflies maybe. I think the butterflies will work, but I think I want it to go that way. Okay, so I was trying not to really overlap them, but I'm getting less pickier the longer we've been doing this. What we want is a pleasing cover with minimal bulk, but a little bit of overlapping is not going to hurt anything. You just had a nap? Nice. You must have needed that sleep for sure. I think napping is one of the best things you can do. If you just need a little pick-me-up. Sometimes all you need is like a 20-minute nap or an 86-hour nap, you know. Whatever's right for you. Just saying. You never know what's right for you until you're laying down. Because sometimes I lay down for a nap and I am down for the count. And let's see a little overlap over here. Got a couple little spots with just the tiniest bit hanging off the edges. We don't want to do that. We just want to trim off a little piece of fabric. Okay, so front, back. Let's not get carried away here. Okay, so now we have to kind of keep an eye on. We don't want to put more stripey right there. So we just did butterflies. Got a piece of this already. I think we could use one of these two pieces again. So let's see, which one do we want? Do we want the purple one or the green one? Maybe we want both. I don't know. Let's see. Get off my fingers, glue. Janet. Mike is the master of the work lunch power nap. He doesn't do it all the time, but you know, it can be a real pick-me-up if you're struggling a little bit in the middle of the day. That's one of the beauties of nope, that's too close. Of working from home, right? Okay, so if we do that, then we just need a little piece or right there, or we put this as the little piece, and then maybe we put just a tiny bit of stripe. Let's see. That's going on, so this has to go left to right. Not that. But if we put the stripe, no, I don't like it. Got enough hearts going on. You know what we don't have though? Maybe we could make this little piece right here at the bottom. That little butterfly bug thing. But we needed to be going the other way. So let's cut that a little bit. Now we just need something for right there. Yeah, maybe. I've been that tired, but that's like, for me, that's an accidental thing. Like, that's why I'm like, you really should go to bed now. It's bad for, I think it's bad for your neck. I don't know that that's true, but I feel like it's bad for your neck. That is my feeling. Okay, so this one has slightly different coloration. I'm still trying to make this work, guys. And then we put the stripey maybe going that way. Just a little bit of the stripey. So let's cut that. Then it would have to go like that, though. I think we can make that work, though. Okay. It's okay. That's what we want to cut it right along maybe this line right here. Because that does have kind of a blue stripey feeling instead of a green stripey feeling. Okay. And there we go. So we're going to cut it kind of right in there. Okay. There we go. So I think we glue this piece down first. Let's wipe the strings off there. We don't need extra strings laying around. Let's just kind of smoosh some glue all over here. Get that nailed down. Let's pull that off there for right now. It's flapping around, getting on my nerves, man. Okay. So, okay. Then we wanted this stripy piece. Try and get them as straight as possible, Amy. And then we wanted this piece. Oh, push that down just a smidge. Push that over just a smidge. Oops. Don't be crooked. I have to do a tiny bit of repair on here. But let's cut off all those extra edges first. And not glue the edges together. That's probably not a good thing. Okay, so let's trim those edges off. Oops. Do. Okay, so we need a tiny little bit of repair right in here. We just need a little strip of fabric to fill that. So let's take it from this side. I cut a little tiny bit too much off. Just a wee little bit. I won't tell if you won't tell. Some days. Okay, let's still goes to bed at 9 or 10 up till 2 if left alone. Yeah, work days are different, all right? It has to be bad for the neck. My sister was on so many pain meds. She was like, wow. I bet. Yeah. Every now and then is probably not so bad, but I think if you make a regular habit of it, it could be not so bueno. All right. It's not 100% perfect in the world, but it is our creation. I still have glue all over me. Just trying to get I just don't want any glue boogers to stick to the fabric. So just trying to get the big pieces off. Okay, so that means as long as we don't, let's try and get any hanging little bits of fabric off here, strings and whatnot. And then, so the book opens this way. Oops. Right? That's the back because it has 2 hearts, and that's the front because it has 1 heart. Is that right? Sorry. Yeah, because we've got the weird fabric repair on this side. We can always add some embellishments to cover up any flaws. Yeah. You like it? Let's glue that down then. Let's glue it down. Let's make it happen. Before we have second thoughts. We want to get that right over to the edges as much as we can. Okay, so I'm going to flop this out to do this. I'm going to make sure we don't wind up with a weird that thing happening, right? We want it to be a smooth. Now, and that's why you want your things to dry flat. I just want to make sure it's in the center. Come on, you're going to do what I want you to do. There we go. All right. So for right now, this second, we're going to smush it down with the scissors. We're going to tent it gently. But first, we're going to clean this glue bottle off and use that to tent it gently. You don't want it to be completely flat or completely folded. So there it is. If we turn it this way, let's see, which side is the front now? Can we do this again? It's this side is the front, so that's the way it's going to go. So close. I don't want to close it right now because the fabric will do that weird creasy thing again. You can't be having that stuff. I was a little fussier than I thought I was going to be, but I have learned some things. I think I might have gone with more of a slightly longer rectangle or more of a square. I don't know. Maybe I should have made it, instead of cutting it in half, I should have made it maybe about 1/4 of an inch longer. I think that's the only change I would have made. But I think then I would have needed, no, because look, we have all this extra, which will get used. We'll use it on things. This could be tabs and all kinds of fun stuff. Couldn't you see that? Tabs on the side of a page. Could be fun stuff. Not too bad. And like I said, any place where it's less than perfect, add some embellishments. We could put some buttons on here or, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Some bling. But I think that's all we're going to be able to do for today because that's going to take a little while to dry. Now we could put together our signature for this. But let's see how long we've been on. Because I feel like that took a mighty long time. Yeah, 2 hours. It's 7:44. We came on at 5:30. So I think that might be it for tonight. And we can work on this more on Sunday. But also on Sunday, we are going to do a collage. Don't be so happy. Me? Don't be so happy? All right, fine. You want me to be Eeyore? What do you want me to be? I don't know. I can't be all things to all people. I know that. That is a fruitless endeavor. I do like the contrast of the squares with the diamond, you know, where it's going to be a triangle on here. And I think on the inside, we might take the matching piece of fabric, which I have around here somewhere. Did I cut it up after all that? What does it look like? No, it's flowers. There is a matching piece of fabric around here somewhere. But I could cut it into triangles and have the triangle going this way on the inside. Maybe. I'll try it out and see how it looks. Be hungry. It's about time for puffy pushing. We're running super low on puffies. I don't think there's going to be much here until there's some puffy replenishment. Puffies are getting low. Okay. So, Sunday for signatures. Let's see. So, I still haven't decided on a cover for this, so I may do that cover tomorrow. You know, just to save us a little time on Sunday, because I do want to get a collage done on Sunday. And then what did I do with the other book? I moved it. Oof. Oh, here we go. And I'll probably put together the signature for this, but well, we have to do the inside. So I'll probably gather the signature stuff, and we'll work on the inside cover for both of these. And I may do this cover all together, since I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. So we have our Tim Holtzy kind of grungy cover. This is not for the 12 of 12 because it's beyond the parameters. For anybody who isn't in the know, and I think probably everybody in here is, but I will do my spiel anyway. Els, who is Bemis Crafty Corner in the box, she is our mod today and always. She's my only mod. Is hosting a 12 of 2022 junk journal challenge. You can join in at any time. You do not have to do all 12. Each month that you complete, you get an entry into an end of the year drawing. Joy or other. Probably Creeping It Real. We're probably going to do something with Creeping It Real. I'm going to try and keep the scraps of joy to video as much as I can. So, like, you can't go back and do January, February, March, and April. But this month's theme is Dealer's Choice, so I'm doing some kind of floral thing. I don't know. And I meant to do that. We're just gonna lie and say I meant to do these upside down bits. Sure, yeah, I sure did. It's for character building. But if you're interested in doing that, you can start now with Dealer's Choice. You can do as many or as few as you like. It's a single signature. These are the rules. Single signature journal. The largest size that the journal can be is 6x9. The smallest size it can be is 4x6. The most amount of pages you can have in your signature is 7. The least amount of pages you can have in your signature, so say you made something more kind of like a folio and it's thicker, is 3. You have to have at least 3 pages and no more than 7 pages in your signature for this to be considered part of the Junk Journal Challenge. And then you just hop on over to Bemis Crafty Corner Facebook group, and you post your pictures. If you don't like posting your pictures in the public, you can send them to Els, and she will have a look at that and put down your entries. You can also do a short video if you want to flip through, or you can do like I'm doing, where I'm doing it live. I do put a flip through together at the end, just so that I'm not like, here's 2 videos on the struggle bus for 2 hours each trying to make this journal. But I figure since I'm making journals, I was upcycling some things. This is the cover of a drawing pad here that I've upcycled and make it into a larger size journal with some. I don't often use Tim Holtz stuff, but I tea-dyed this one, and I kind of like it better tea-dyed. So, or coffee. That might be coffee. It's a little grungy. I think it's coffee. So, by Sunday, the cover on this one will be done. We'll look at signatures, doing some insides, and all that fun kind of stuff. And a Creeping It Real collage, guys. So, that's the end for us tonight. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you guys bring me so much joy. It was kind of too white when it wasn't. Thank you, Terry, for joining us. I hope you get good rest and that you feel better, hon. We're keeping you in our thoughts, and we'll send you positive healing energy. And we hope to see you again real soon. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. That is the end for tonight. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses, guys. The end.